Uh, oh, uh, it says live now. Welcome to Shyzalosophy 101. Here's your host, Shyzabox. Oh, 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 they love me. Oh, 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 they love me. Get out of here. And the horse you rode in on. Well, believe you me, have we got something in store for you today? And by something, this is it. Excellent. So, anyhow, how are you? Love hearts already. Well, boy, do we feel loved because it's a Big JC in the house. Oh, the Big JC. Right off the bat. Well, welcome, brother. We have got some great stuff planned today. By great stuff, you know the drill. Much love. All right, so, anyhow, we were thinking to ourselves last night when someone was like, psh, this stuff sucks. And we're like, oh, man. Boy, are they right on the money. So we were like, we better make more of it. So that's what we're doing, more Halloween. All right, excellent. This one, of course, is going to be geared in no specific way at all, any way, shape, or form, to any component or aspect of Halloween itself, okay? We're going to talk movies. We'll talk games. We'll talk pictures. We'll talk characters. We'll talk candy. We'll talk peddling our wares, obviously. You know that's what we love to do. Now, because, believe you me, we need those ones of cents at a time. So, Halloween, obviously it's coming up. It's still on the agenda of coming up. Okay? It has not passed as of yet. So you need to start thinking to yourself, are you going to don a costume this year? Psh, of course. You might be saying then, well, what costume should I want? What costume should I don? What attire should I wear? Shake it like a salt shaker. Yes, exactly. You could be a salt shaker for Halloween if you wanted to. Or you could make some treat tricks by making cupcakes or cookies with salt instead of sugar. Oh, what kind of a sick prank would that be? Hilarious in the right circles or circumstances. A felony in a lot of others. Tampering with food is a felony offense, believe it or not. Anyhow, last we checked, you shouldn't do it. Let's see. Halloween. What are you going to do? What aspect, what component, what area of it, is really going to focus in on your endeavors? Are you going to be handing out candy in costume, full regalia? Do you have decorations set up? Or are you going to flick off your lights and be cleaning off the eggs that spattered all over for not coming off of the treats? Hey, we're not saying that when we trick or treat, we're not going to be the ones encouraging others to, hey, look, that one's not giving away candy, kids. You might want to consider other alternative options. Okay? Like going to the next house that is participating, obviously. Let's see, what happens when you dress up as a piece of candy? Well, believe it or not, when you dress up as a piece of candy, you're donning the costume full regalia. However, you do run the risk of, maybe going into the wrong part of a town or community where people have an animosity towards a certain type of candy. Well, that's nothing to celebrate, but you are the internet, so of course you would. If you go into the wrong area, you're likely to get jumped. Hardly a laughing matter, especially on Halloween when you've worked hard for all of your candy. That's right. And then someone just comes and, beats you up because they don't like Reese's and you're wearing Reese's. Internet, you never disappoint by just merely having the morals strictly in line with that of Joey. Believe you me, that's not where you want to reside. Not a good place to be. I don't think Jesus likes that. Anyhow, that's beside the point. Or it's not beside the point, but that's between you and him. Anyhow, let's see. if you dress up as the wrong type of candy, go into the wrong area, community, neighborhood, you run the risk of someone not enjoying that type of candy and being like, oh, disgusting. Well, finally, yeah. All right, good. Not laughing at us, laughing at your shitty costume now. Good, Internet. Glad to see you're on our side. Every time, Internet, every time. You guys are jerks. You know, Internet, this is why the world can't have nice things. Sure, laugh it up, Internet, laugh it up. You know, we go from a time where TV shows and movies and, you know, all of these components of Halloween were around and in the forefronts of, you know, what people looked forward to. But as you get older and you realize that candy's expensive and it's gotten more and more expensive, you start thinking to yourself, let's go over the cost of what's involved in some Halloween. Why not? We get to do whatever we want. So let's reset and clear the air. You know how we do that here. Obviously, we need to get, you know, in line. Takes 3. Excellent. All right, good. So resetting. Now we're talking about money. That's right. You might be saying, Internet, oh, God, he's going to peddle his Kickstarter wares. Well, we weren't going to until we made us mention it. So, yeah, you can go on Kickstarter right now. Get a signed copy of a book. We don't want it. Fair enough. And a custom 3D printed button. We don't want it either. Yes, you do. Excellent. Now that that's solved, Halloween over the years has gotten more and more expensive. Ah, thank you for the love hearts. Yes. Dressing up as a sugar packet for Halloween this year. Excellent. Excellent idea. Yes. Dressing up as a sugar packet would be delicious. What you should do, though, is ironically fill it, like be a full sack, right? You want to be the whole sack. Fill that shit with, like, man, get those, like, 50-pound bags of sugar, right? The big ones that, like, you know, restaurants get, and, like, some of them pour, like, half of it into an urn of sweet tea in the deep south, right? You know, it's just a day that ends in Y. So anyhow, you fill your whole sack, right, with sugar. Go to someone's house party, okay, and let it drip. Okay, now, slowly, a little bit, like the sands of time, as the Halloween party keeps going, as it keeps progressing and going further and further, your sack gets a little lighter because, you know, you're dropping it around. Now, if they have carpet or something like that, it may attract ants, okay? Yeah. Hardly a laughing matter for whoever's house it is, Internet, but believe you me, sounds like something you would celebrate. That's right, someone else's destroyed property. Yes, we'll celebrate the failures and things of others that they must encounter and deal with. You're messed up, Internet, but, you know, that's why we love you. Anyhow, point is that as you go around the night, your sack gets lighter, and you leave a trail of where you've been. And, believe you me, whoever has to clean that shit up isn't going to be happy. So hopefully you're not having your own house party, in which case, don't do that. Stuff it with, like, cotton or, like, you know, I don't know, newspapers or something like that, and poof it up. Packet of sugar, ba-dow! That's right. Anyhow, what were we talking about? Ah, yes, costs. So, believe you me, it seems pretty crazy that the cost of candy has gone up year after year after year, it seems. Now, you might have the same price on the packages of candy, okay, the variety that's offered with, like, 1 or 2 good kinds in a variety pack, and, like, 2 shit kinds, right? No, that's not a good thing, remember? That's right. When companies do this, they put 1 good kind in there and, like, you know, 2 shit kinds, you're stuck with crappy candy. That's right. That's the stuff that you give away on Halloween. Bow! Here comes that guy in that Reese's costume. We don't like Reese's! Let's jump him! Internet, don't celebrate that. We joke. Don't jump anyone. Not polite. Believe it or not, I don't think Jesus likes that either. Again, Halloween's a crazy time of year. So, point is that now, the cost of candy, whilst you still might see $9.97 on the package, okay, that's more expensive than one of our books on Amazon.com. Okay, fine. Get the candy. That's fine. But you're getting less candy than you did in years past, right? That's right. Yeah, definitely something to boo. Okay, Internet, we're on the same page here. Because you know that they took out not only the amount of candy you were getting, but in those variety packs where you get like Snickers, Milky Way, they have to get rid of the Three Musketeers that they made decades ago, so they put them all in there. In those packages, man, that you get, okay, the price is the same. You get less of it, and they beat the Three Musketeers up again. That's right. Yeah, variety pack my ass. It's like one of those ways to sell peanuts, right? Where companies say, hey, it's mixed nuts. And like, you know, the majority of the jars, peanuts. You get like 4 almonds and like 2 cashews. Maybe a macadamia nut. Well, half of one. Let's be honest. They got to make their money. That's right. Anyhow, you're not getting what you used to. Okay? You're getting a higher price tag. And believe you me, that's not cool. That's why it should be cheaper. So there you go, candy companies. We hope that you hear what we said about that. Excellent. All right, let's see this one's of chat. There's a haunted house in the neighborhood that sells powdered sugar and rock candy during the off-season. Well, believe it or not, my neighbors got arrested for selling rock candy once. I don't think it was candy. And again, I think that rock might have been a misnomer too, or a pseudonym or something like that. I don't know, irrelevant. What does matter is that, well, they're not there anymore. So that's, kind of relevant. One less house to trick or treat on. But believe you me, they never participated anyway. Usually they just scared off everybody and said, hey, go away. We don't participate. And we don't give out freebies. We don't know what that meant at the time. After they got raided, we read the story in the paper. Made a little more sense. But that's beside the point. Halloween is still coming up. The price tags are still there. You still have components. People seem to love it. That's right. People seem to love it. That's why the neighbor across the street went right into business. Come to think of it, I think it was still the same people. But it doesn't matter. Point is that they got raided too. Not crazy. Not a small world. Point is that stuff happens. Okay? Halloween happens. It's coming up. The raising of prices of candy happens. The raising of prices of costumes. The amount of sheer availability of costumes has gone up, right? Not everything is a complete negative component or aspect of Halloween. And what is available now? Okay? Now you might be saying, wow, the same candy's still available. No. It's the same candy that's still available. And less of it. Whatever happened, you don't really see sugar daddies nowadays. Okay? Bit-O-Honey. You don't really see that. You don't really get the massive components of Bazooka Joe gums. Okay? Or Double Bubble. Okay? You don't get a lot of that stuff nowadays in your typical candy halls. We would know. We still trick-or-treat ourselves when we do. Yeah, don't worry about it. We're not selling books on our Kickstarter. You gotta live somehow. That candy's gotta last. That's dessert for us for a day or two. Nah, doesn't matter. Anyhow, the point is that not all of the increase in activity around Halloween and everything that pertains to it is negative. The sheer availability of costumes and props and things of that nature is astronomically through the roof. You've got some fantastic different components and abilities and things of that nature with which they can definitely have offerings that one can wear or utilize for Halloween that were never offered before. You have components of just sheer props that are not only more quality worthy, but they have definitely become more available in their availability. Look at what Spirit of Halloween has brought to the world. businesses and close down businesses. That's right. Fully functioning and available for those couple months, 1 month of the year. Okay? It brings to the community that sense of, hey, we can go get our Halloween stuff from there because, Fred's Bait and Tackle closed down last month. Spirit of Halloween moved in the next day. Okay? Right before Halloween. Almost too perfect. Okay? Almost like it was planned. What did you know we didn't know, Fred's Bait and Tackle? You shouldn't open up a bait store where there's no lake. No. Excellent. Everyone learns their lessons. Okay? You thought we would learn ours in our first failed Kickstarter endeavor. All right? No. We fail, we pivot, we move forward. We fail again. We keep going until people pay us to stop. All right? Available on Kickstarter. Terrific. Excellent. So, thoughts on handing out candy versus leaving a bowl out and let kids serve themselves to the candy bowl? Well, ironically, it's a lot easier to just leave a bowl of candy out and say, hey, let the wolves be the wolves and the bears be the bears. And believe you me, that's kind of the way to go. Where you suffer and where you actually have the biggest problems is when there's a failure to maintain and adhere to the honor roll system pertaining to the candy that is given out. That's right. You might be saying to yourself, that's right. When candy is left out for everyone to enjoy, that's right. Yeah, that's a good thing. Okay? But if some little yahoo comes, and especially under the watchful eyes of parents or guardians, things of that nature, and they take the whole bowl of candy, that's right. That is not good. Those are the individuals, okay, who deserve to have their shit snatched. Wow. Don't get us wrong. We don't believe in taking kids' candy bags, but if you see someone under the watchful eye of their parents or guardians do such an act or something like that, that's right. Parents, even encouraging their kids, hey, take all the candy. That's right. You see it nowadays. Everyone has cameras up. Ring doorbell cameras. These parents think that people aren't going to see it posted on the internet. Everyone wants clout. That's right. Everyone chases it, including us. Hey. We do okay sometimes. You guys are jerks, internet. You guys are jerks. When parents encourage their kids to take such things, then if that gets snatched back, that's probably still not polite and not the right thing to do, okay? Well, you laugh, but it could lead to more problems, okay? Maybe just a stern reprimanding or a scolding is in order for those individuals, okay? Maybe you just tell them, hey, that wasn't nice of you to take all the candy, right? And don't do it again. It's not nice. That's right. Excellent. Perfect. All right, let's see. Is it acceptable to hand out chunks of cotton candy for Halloween? Well, it's funny you say that. Because actually, it kind of depends on where you're at and who you are and who you know. Okay? Now, let us tell you a little story about cotton candy. Cotton candy was a stripper we knew back in the 90s. Okay? Now you might be saying, all the 90s strippers were blah. Right? No, not this one. This one was sweet. Sweet as candy. Closer like chocolate, but, you could say cotton. But cotton's more pure sponge sugar. This one came a little nutty. Okay? Because she kept visiting our neighbors. Okay? This is back before they got arrested and the feds crashed in on their establishment and joined. Cotton Candy decided to, take up stripping to start, being able to pay the bills. By pay the bills, really support the habits. You might be saying, well, what's this have to do with Halloween? Well, that's a good question. We don't know how we segued. Let's call management. Hey, management! Yeah. I know it's a live stream, but you might want to edit out some of that live stream. Uh-huh. Well, you can't, huh? Well, you're going to have to field those complaints. That's on you, management. Excellent. All right, that's our problem now. Terrific. Where were we? Ah, yes. Getting out of that hole we just dug, management. So let's move into something else. Make sure we haven't missed one some more chats. Excellent. Acceptable to hand out that. Yeah, so chunks of cotton candy. Well, you can hand out the chunks of cotton candy itself if it's pre-packaged in like those fluffy, stuffy, puffy bags, okay? Which you can hand out, and ironically would probably go over pretty well with the kiddos around Halloween and or young and old adults alike. Some of us like to trick-or-treat too. Or just really need it because no one's going to their Kickstarter and buying their crap. That's us. Anyhow, not cool. Not cool, Internet. Not cool. The point is that cotton candy can be handed out. And if it's the prepackaged fluffy, stuffy, toughy stuff, okay, in the little blue, shiny, foily bags, that's probably good. If you start just handing out wads of cotton candy from like one of those big massive bags, or you're making it yourself and like putting your hand in it and like handing it to them, you're going to want to wash your hands in between every cotton candy scoop that you take, okay, so that, you know, your hands are nice and clean, and they can still be damp, wet, whatever, doesn't matter probably. No, irrelevant. No, we're not giving you advice. You see what works for you, but from our experience and just guessing, you could probably have wet hands and grab a bunch of cotton candy and then give it out at once. Kid says trick or treat. You're getting both, kid. Here's your cotton candy. Now your hands are sopping wet. You get like a big handful of cotton candy. It's light. Don't gotta lift heavy. Your back's still okay. All right. Believe me, that's good for us. Good old shyzabox. Bad back. A little old. Get your sopping wet hands. You pick up a big scoop of cotton candy. And, it's starting to melt into your hands because they're wet. That's all right. The kid already said trick or treat. Here you go, kid. Plop. Okay? Kids happy. They got cotton candy. Parents aren't that happy. That's right. It's a giant fucking mess. Okay? No one wants a big plop of partially wet cotton candy in their bag. But if they said trick or treat, it's amenable that it could be either one or both at once. So, excellent question. Thank you for those. Yeah, keep them coming in. Best and worst costume for trick-or-treating. Oh, excellent. Well, if you want to know our take, too bad no one else is covering it now, and it's pertinent information. It's all right. Get what you get, Internet. And unfortunately, you get this now. So, best and worst costumes for trick-or-treating. Well, as for mentioned, we said earlier, if you dress up like a piece of candy, something like that, and you go into the wrong area of town, people might not like that piece of candy, okay? Maybe they don't like Milky Ways. Maybe they don't like Three Musketeers. Maybe they don't like Twizzlers. York Peppermint Patty, get out of our neighborhood. Okay, now we're not saying we condone any of such. That's right, because that's not the way to behave, society, and you know that. It's how the Internet behaves. That's right. On the Internet, apparently it's acceptable. In person, not so much. That's right. Makes it a little less fun, but, you know, when it does happen in person, you get to see it on the Internet. So, you know, it all kind of works out. Fantastic. But if we were to say the absolute worst costume, it'd probably be Joey. You know, you go as Joey. Boy, believe you me, you're going to a costume party after, and it's not the kind you want to frequent or go to. But you will be goey if you dress like Joey. Oh, that's the worst. Now, as far as the best Halloween costume, wow. The best Halloween costume resides in that of which the wearer feels the best within. It is subjective. That one there is no straightforward answer to. For it is in the eye of the beholder with which the best Halloween costume can be. Usually in the eye of the wearer. Because a lot of people are just polite and tell people they like something even if they don't. That's right, it is pretty funny on the back end of stuff, Internet, but you do scoff at and laugh at the most horrible things that happen to people. Well, Internet, that's because you're afforded the opportunity to be bad people. That is pretty funny. Laughter warranted, yes, yes. The point is that it's going to be up to the wearer, up to the interpretive spectator of those who wear costumes to interpret which one indeed is the best. You could take the same 10 people in 10 different costumes, put them in 10 different parties that have a best of costume, and unless one of them is really good, you could have different results. So see, could go either way. And of course we were right, because we mostly always are. Because we are. All right, excellent. Where are we now in the rest of stuff? We have covered some components and aspects of what Halloween offers nowadays. We've gone over some pricing details. We've gone over some costumes, things of that nature. We've even gotten to mention our Kickstarter once or twice. Okay? Now, you boo, Internet, but we got to maintain a way to keep this crap free somehow. Otherwise, you're left with a bunch of other stuff that isn't this. Hey! You want us to go back making your food? All right, I didn't think so. Back to McDonald's, elbow dropping your burgers, slathering them with ketchup. You laugh. That's where we're going. So, you better maybe consider letting us peddle our wares. That's fine. That's fine. Then our Kickstarter will fail. You know, Internet, we didn't put it past you. We knew that you would love to see us fail yet again and again and again. That's the thing, though. We'll keep coming back. Well, exactly. Yes. Booze warranted. So you might as well pay us off. That's right. Kickstarter. Buy crap. Wow, this stays free. Buy crap from me. Or from Kickstarter, or Amazon, where our literary works are available. We even wrote other crap that you don't want. You can give it as gifts. Well, not that one. Amazon don't like that book. That one's about Jesus. You can buy any of this other stuff. Give it to people as gifts. They love it. Or they don't. It doesn't matter. People get gifts they don't like all the time. Why not give them another one? So, we've talked components of all aspects of Halloween. Stuff people wanted, stuff people didn't want, stuff people, didn't even ask for, okay? That's right. It's kind of funny, I guess. But that's what's so great about giving the Internet, just more stuff. Now, so it's okay when it's not our stuff, right? Well, of course it is. But how can, the good stuff be the good stuff if we didn't have our stuff be what it is? Okay? That's why we got Daryl Dixon Dibs on the ground floor level being the best of the worst on the Internet. You got to have people on the Internet. Okay? Now, you might be saying, anyone but you. Yeah, fair enough. Anyone but us to be better. Okay? You need the worst. We call Dibs on the ground floor level. Never gets better. Can only get the same. Or better. Maybe it can get better. Nah, it won't. Doesn't matter. Point is that, it could. So, we're always going to be on the ground floor level because you got to have good shows somewhere else. You can't have good shows without having bad shows, obviously. The only thing is that, unfortunately, you got to sit through some bad shows for the good shows to be good. So, that's why we say, put our stream on and go to work. Don't watch it. We just need the view. Let YouTube give us fractions of cents at a time as soon as we're eligible to get fractions of cents at a time. Same thing with all of our books we offer on Kindle Unlimited. We get like 0.004 cents per page read. We would appreciate anyone who has Kindle Unlimited to download our books or go to any of our books. Just search Shyzabox books and let their kids play with their tablet. Gives us the views for reads, and they don't have to read it. Right? We go on with our world. They go on with theirs. We get 0.04 cents. Offer crap. Makes other shows good because you got to have the bad with the good. Yeah. Laughter warranted, Internet. Laughter warranted. But we bring you this so that you can have that of which you enjoy. That's right. You could consider us heroes. Many people do, Internet. But what? They do. Okay? They do. And we've been called heroes once or twice. Well, you don't have to believe us, Internet. So we don't believe you anyway. No. We're joking, Internet. We believe you. When you tell us we're bad, we know it. But, believe you me, you would think our feelings would get hurt, but they don't. Because we know it. So there you go. We just keep coming back with a vengeance. So anyhow, let's see. What have we talked about? Oh yes, Halloween. Because no one wanted us to. But someone wanted us to. Or they didn't. Point being, if you have anything else that you want to talk about now. Oh shit, we've missed once a chat. Hold on. We were about to try and gulp our go juice down and get out of here. But that's fine. Internet, you want more content from us? You'll tolerate more stuff so that everything else you watch is better? Okay, fair enough. That's good. Well, let's make those shows really good and address these other ones of comment that came in. Are Tic Tacs valid Halloween candy? Well, believe you me, that's an excellent question. Thank you. Yes, Tic Tacs can be at times, this is very specific, at times, a Halloween candy, okay? Now, sometimes it's not. That's right. You might miss the mark. You might go bouncing in the wrong direction, looking like a clown, and you didn't even dress up like one for Halloween. Right? Point is that Tic Tacs can be, you won't look like a clown, okay, if you take the time to find the magical right kind, okay? You can't have peppermint Tic Tacs as one that you hand out, okay? That's right. Peppermints do not belong in a candy bag, except as a trick. That's right. In which case, it's kind of funny. Here's your mints, kids. Enjoy. Well, that's not candy. Yeah, but it's funny. And actually, a lot of those mints come in a bag. You probably, you'd be handing out trick-or-treat candy all day. Enjoy your mints, kids. Yeah, enjoy your toilet paper and eggs. What? Different times. Different times. Excellent. Fantastic. Yes. We are pretty funny. Point is that Tic Tacs in the right capacity, you get the right flavor, and it very well can be a viable candy handed out at Halloween. That's right. Now, there's one other problem. If you're opening the Tic Tac container and handing out individual Tic Tacs, be hilarious. That would be hilarious, Internet. Yes, yes. But if you were opening the Tic Tac container and handing out individual Tic Tacs, trick or treat. Oh, 3 came out. Put 2 of those back. 1 for the goblin. Oh, you're dressed like a vampire. Bow, bow, bow. Candy for all of you. Tic Tac. That'd be hilarious. Kids would hate it. And it would be funny. The Internet would laugh. That's right. Any kid that immediately put it in their mouth, their parents would be very upset. That's right. Yes. Be like, why are you eating Tic Tacs from that stranger's hand? He just put them in there. It's like, oh. Sometimes we even sanitize the Internet. Don't worry about it. Especially when you got people hitting that downvote button all the time. Stay away from that downvote button, you bastards. Ugh. Or hit it. I don't know. Doesn't matter. Who cares? Go to Kickstarter. Hey, wrong book. Can't get that at Kickstarter. But you can get that. We will do a fundraiser maybe with one of these because you can't get that one so much. A little hard to come by. Amazon hates it. Anyhow, Tic Tacs can and cannot be valid depending on the type and the quantity amount that you give out. It needs to be a sealed pack. Excellent. Probably not financially savvy way to do Halloween that way, though. But, teach us up. Are Peeps valid Halloween candy? Well, if they're left over from Easter, absolutely. Okay? Well, that's because, think about it. Falls into the trick-or-treat category of being both. You might as well hand them out individually, have your hands nice and clean, get them wet, okay, sopping wet, soapy sopping wet, and rinse them off so they're sopping wet. Don't dry them. You don't want to contaminate them. It's like going straight into surgery where someone puts a hand glove over your hand. That's what they are, hand gloves over your hand. And you're like sopping wet hands. You're like, but I'm going to do stuff, okay, because I do stuff. Or maybe their hands are dry. It doesn't matter. Point is that you're not going to want to dry them in this case. You're going to want to separate those Peeps. Okay, now the sugar might start melting. And it might get messy. Yeah, it's where it doesn't concern us because we're not the one doing it. Okay, now, we're not giving advice to say do this. Obviously, you need to do what works for you. Okay, consult a nutritionist or a professional Halloweeniest to give you the information pertaining to Halloween. Okay, this is for entertainment purposes and philosophical endeavors and means. Okay? Point is, your hands are sopping wet. You start separating those Peeps, and it's like they say trick or treat. It's like, bow, I don't even got to put it in your bag. I'll stick it to your face. Bow. You just put that Peep right on their face. They got like a duck stuck to it. It's like, thank you for Halloween. And if they can walk and trick or treat, and if they kind of twist their head real fast, it'll start sliding like a slug across their face. Then they can start, eating it, right? That's right. Pretty funny, internet. They got a wet Peep stuck to their face. The kid's eating it with their tongue. And they go to the next house. Trick or treat. And they're like, someone opens the door and they're like, what are you? And they're like, I'm trying to eat this Peep. They're like, you didn't say trick or treat, kid. Get out of here. Blah! And they push them down. They don't even get candy at that house. It's okay. They catch it on the Ring camera and the internet gets to see it. That's right, internet. Bow! Story just got better. So, the internet gets to see it, okay? That's right. Kid's falling, he's getting pushed back. You didn't say trick or treat, okay? And I got this Peep stuck to his face still. But, ironically, that was obviously his reward from the last house, Peep stuck there. When he gets pushed back, that falls on the ground. Wet Peep on the ground, right? Well, yes, internet, it's funny for us. Not so much for that kid, right? That's right. But, thankfully, that Ring camera catches it and we get to see it, internet. That's right. Reason to celebrate. You might be saying, well, now that kid's out, 2 candy surprises on the trick or treat, right? And it's like, I don't know, that kid is plus 2 life lessons, really, if you think about it. A, if you say trick or treat and you see someone with sopping ass wet hands start separating some Peeps, I don't care how old you are, kid, you need to get the fuck back. You about to get that shit splat right up on your face piece. Splat. Oh, thank you. Okay, now if you really like Peeps, maybe, stay present. That's fine. Doesn't matter. Teach his own. Kids are going to be kids. Okay? But, believe you me, don't forget to say trick or treat at that next house. Or else people are going to think, hey, what's this kid with this Peep on his face? It's not even Halloween. Or in this case it is. It's not even Easter, is what they would say if they said it the correct way the first time, right? It's beside the point. Point is, they would confuse the hell out of someone if they showed up with a Peep on their face. Be like, is that a costume? No, it's my last trick or treat. It was both. Very good. What do you have? I have cotton candy. Wow! Let me add it to the top of your costume. Dress the kid up. That could be the new thing. As kids start going forward in time, maybe we stop giving out candy and we start giving out costume elements, okay? Have every kid just go in like a white t-shirt and white sweatpants, okay? Trick-or-treating. Every kid, okay? A bunch of ghosts. That'd be scary. Okay, fine. Yellow t-shirt and yellow sweatpants. Fine. We're all good. Lemonade. Now we're sticking with it. We can't keep changes in color because you find a beverage or something that goes with all of them. So they all wear yellow and they go to the houses. But guess what, parents? Instead of handing out candy, which has gotten expensive. We covered it earlier. Doesn't matter. It's gotten expensive, okay? A little too expensive. That's right. It's prevented you from going to our Kickstarter and buying our crap. Okay? Stop buying shit for your kids. Start buying crap from us. Excellent. So the point is that, you got these kids going around now, if they're all wearing the same thing, instead of having to buy expensive bags of candy, you get, like, some spray paint or something, or some chocolate syrup, or strawberry syrup, or marshmallow fluff, or some fucking Nutella or peanut butter. I don't know. Get it by the spoonfuls. And you just dress the kid up. They come and, like, trick or treat. You, like, squirt chocolate sauce syrup on them, okay? And their costumes form over the course of the night. And as they go house to house, then those that get the peep to the face, or the cotton candy to the head dome piece, okay, they're falling down. You got to give a good size cotton candy, especially your hands are sopping wet. Starts to, melt and disintegrate. Just running down your arms. Disgusting. Better put it on this kid. At this point in the stream, we like to apologize for last stream. Sorry about that. Anyhow, moving straight into the rest of it. So, the kids get their costumes put on them as the night goes on. So, long way to pretty much say that, but if you didn't change the color of the costume start once, or we didn't, it would have been shorter. So, keep that in mind. It's pretty much your fault. Which is ours, but inherently, we blame you. Doesn't matter. So, our Halloween our condiment packets valid Halloween treats. Well, yes, absolutely. Especially the ones from Taco Bell that say messages. It's almost the equivalent of getting a Valentine and a Halloween treat in one, because they say something like, Valentine's hearts, conversation hearts, be mine, right? Yeah. Love, joy, whatever. You can definitely give away packets of condiments at Halloween. Best way to do it, too, is to have them all on the bottom of a candy dish and then put real candy on top. And as the kids come and they go trick-or-treat, they, see you reach into, M&M's and, Milky Way and Snickers and Reese's and all that. You dig down, you get that ketchup packet from McDonald's. Okay, you go, oh, here you go. Reach your hand in the bag before you drop. Reach far enough, you could drop and swipe. Grab something of theirs else, okay? Beef up your collection. Okay? You lose some of that. Hey, you don't need the condiments on Halloween. You want the candy, right? Kids are going around collecting it for you. You just got to find a way to get it from them. Okay? Not a nice thing to do, but it can be done. So you got your candy tub, and you're reaching in there, and you got, whatever. You reach through the good candy, you get the condiment packet, like, hey, this is Diablo sauce from Taco Bell. Careful, kid, that's a spicy one. Don't tell them. Be like, oh, I got you some spicy candy tonight, kid. Yeah, believe it or not, anytime most people go to Taco Bell, ends up being pretty spicy on the evening, right? Depending on how you term that out. Anyhow, a little slow, internet. Falling asleep on us? Huh? No, just getting bored. Fair enough. Excellent. Well, speaking of getting bored, we got stuff that we should probably go do instead of hanging out with all of the internet. I know, internet. Yes. You never want us to be here, right? Yeah, obviously. And then when we show up, it's like you want us to stay. Well, sometimes it feels like that. And so we consider, lengthening the amount of time we're here. Oh, internet, you're too good to us. You treat us just as bad as everyone else. It's why you are so great. That's right. Oh, fantastic, internet. All right, Diablo pack and a Tic Tac. That's right. One heck of a Halloween night experience, if you ask me. You could actually pour the Taco Bell packet in the package of Tic Tacs, shake it up, give that out too. I don't know. It's like you combined a new type of candy. Maybe it's really good. It's like one of those chili candies from south of the border that are like made with chili powder. So there's a little kick to them, okay? Some good stuff out there. Chili limon. Excellent. All right, well, if you want to get out of here before us, now's your chance. We're going to be crushing this here, and then we're getting out of here, Internet. Sorry. We got other stuff we want to do more than just sit around here and entertain you. I know you want us to keep not getting paid and, do all of this. Yeah. Joke's on us, Internet. Yes, joke's on us. That's why we try and recoup some stuff on the back end with the Kickstarters. Yes, costs you a little bit. Believe you me, we don't get all of it either. It goes other places. Anyhow, that's pretty much going to do it for us. So, if you got any other last-minute thing to have us consider, get it in now or else we're out of here. If you want to get out of here before us, now's your chance because we're leaving very soon. So, you don't want to be the last one in here. We don't want you to be the last one in here either. We don't trust you not to try and steal copies of our book, okay, before you actually go to the Kickstarter and people get a chance to buy it. Okay? Waiting to sign these bad boys and get them in the mail. Believe you me, you can't be in here after we leave because you're going to try and steal that shit for free. And we don't want you to. So we're already in the hole. Internet, you are messed up. And that's why we love you. Oh, who knew we just had one sip left? Oh. Well, guess we gotta go now. Let's call management and clock out. Hey, management, we're fucking leaving. All right, there you go. If they don't clock us out and fix the clock, pow, 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 more money for us. Even more if you go to Kickstarter, pow, or Amazon. Buy our crap. We got lots of crap for sale. Or some crap for sale. Either or, doesn't matter. Anyhow, that's going to do it for us. We don't need your subscription. We want your money. Download the shit out of this. Go to Kickstarter and give us $1. Get off our lawn.